Hey everybody, it's me, Roy, and I realized after watching a movie tonight that I really do had to kind of cut my mom a little bit of slack. Stay tuned. Hey everybody. So yes, I ended up watching a movie. I believe it was called Desperate for Love, and it's a movie about a Japanese family and how the mother abuses the daughter. And again, a lot of it is just because that's what she was shown, and that's how she grew up and wasn't necessarily shown the love that she needed or wanted within her life. And so again, that cycle continues on to her daughter, and then her daughter ends up breaking that cycle because of all the things that she had to go through within her life, and realizing again that she wasn't going to continue with that kind of route with her own daughter. And so it really brought up a lot, because today would have been my mom's 90th birthday. And I love my mother. And, we obviously had some differences in our past or however else, but obviously I love my mother. But, again, coming from a Japanese culture, it's a little bit different because it's not the very lovey, huggy, kissy, that kind of thing. And also with her struggles within her past or whatever, because again, her mother and I guess her family or whatever else, she was kind of like the unwanted child. And so, that kind of thing could have also rubbed off a little bit in some respects, but again, I was also I was a handful. If you can even see some of the videos that I've had in the past, and I'm sure I'll have a couple more coming out. I was quite a handful growing up also, so I've got to cut my mom some slack because I did give her a lot of grief growing up. But I know deep down that my mother obviously loved me, and I loved her. And I had a visitation from my dad earlier this morning, so of course it was one of those situations, though, too. It was funny that it was my dad that came through and not my mom. But again, it was, really just there showing me love, and just telling me that everybody kind of grows up differently. And sometimes, you just have to kind of cut your parents some slack, because they were only doing the best that they could do with what they had, within their lives. And I know with the situation with me and being molested or however else wasn't easy for me. And that was one of those difficult situations too, to talk to my, mom about. Because again, really, when I came down to it, and I really did share that with her, she didn't believe me at first. And that really hurt. There were several things growing up that really kind of hurt our relationship for a little while. And obviously things got better, and then things kind of got worse a little bit too when she was dealing with, at the end of her life, and she was going through Alzheimer's and dementia and that kind of thing, dementia. And it was very, very difficult because she would rehash stuff up to me. And then again, it was in a situation where it wasn't just, it could happen every 10 minutes. She could be bringing stuff up again, and it would just be the same conversation over and over again. So and it could be very, very difficult. But again, I have to know that, again, she wasn't in her right mind, and I love my mom. She knows I love her. She's here still with me. So Mom, I love you very much. And it's just very difficult still to kind of get through. And then, of course, with the being molested or whatever else, and I was very happy that my pounds were down a little bit again this week after really getting back into my own kind of life here, rather than the 2.5 weeks that I was eating out every single meal and everything. And of course I had to eat out a couple of times or whatever else throughout this week. But, some of those same kind of bad habits kind of creep in a little bit. And so, I'm going to be hankering down and getting back into the whole, routine or whatever it is as it may be. But, one of the things in the past and one of my big triggers again is that I would start looking really good and people would start noticing, and it has the complete opposite, because they'd be like, oh, you look so great, you look amazing, and how wonderful and awesome. And then of course, that little thing in my brain would go off and be like, you don't want to be noticed, you don't want to be seen, you don't want to be touched, you don't want to be anything. And you would start eating the food again to kind of keep everybody away from you. And even for years, knowing that that was one of my triggers, it still didn't stop it from happening. Now it's going to stop this time, because I'm just really not going to put up with it anymore, quite frankly. It is very difficult. Obviously, there are times where I could, end up having a binge or, really having a bad situation and, go ahead and possibly take in thousands upon thousands, and I mean thousands of calories in one time, which is very easy to do. But I will make that commitment to you all also, though. If I ever do something like that, then I will document it. Probably not, quite frankly, in the throes of it happening, but I will go back and actually show you all what it is that I just did to myself. Were I to ever get really that bad off again, I will share it and document it, because it's so important. Because I know that I'm not the only one that deals with it. And my life now is all about sharing the struggles that I continue to go through and have, from being molested as a child, and all of the damage and everything that it does to you over the years, and all the crap that gets into your head. And so again, that's basically why I started the channel originally, like 1.5 years ago, was to really delve into all of these really hard to talk about conversations and really share that with everybody. So just thought I would kind of share that with you today, because again, I've had a little bit of an aha moment too, watching that movie or whatever else, and knowing that it was very similar to kind of the situation that my mother kind of grew up in, being the unwanted child, and where I was always told I was the oops. I say unplanned but not unwanted. And I know that deep down that my parents loved me. So just thought I would share that with you all. And there are some big things coming up here in the near future. I am really looking forward to being able to really help so many more people. So please hit like, subscribe, share, and comment, because commenting also is so very important for the algorithms to put it in front of more people. But yes, by all means, please share. I need to get this channel to grow, because domestic abuse, molestation, and really all kinds of abuse, mental, physical, it all goes hand in hand. It's all somebody trespassing upon your own personal space and mindset. And it happens way too much and way too often than it ever should. So we need to kind of break that cycle. We need to stop it from happening. We need to stop hiding it. And we need to bring it all out into the light so we can destroy it with the divine light of the universe. God's hand and the divine light, all the same, being able to go in and really blow it up out of existence, blow it up out of our souls, and out of every little hiding place that it is within our body, and wreaking havoc for years and years. So yes, please share my videos. If there are any of them that really ring out to you, then please share them, because I know that I'm not alone. And there are a lot of people out there that really need the help. And that's really what this channel all started about. You know, yes, I'm dealing with health and fitness. Yes, I'm dealing with spirituality. Yes, I'm dealing with business and finance. Because again, there are people that are going through life and they hate their job, or they're not very happy with what it is they're doing. Or like me, you get to a certain point in your life and you're let go. And then you're in a situation like, holy crap, what am I gonna do? And so I ended up having to make a change. And I ended up becoming a business owner of my own. And I'm, with like-minded entrepreneurs that are building their own businesses online, doing things that they are passionate about. So, but that's also more for another video. But I do love you all so very much. And I will have some, ups and downs. Life is life, but we all kind of strive to continue to get one day better. So, all right, I love you all so much. Have a great night.